Welcome back. Let's continue on our reading of Revelations with chapter 14. Here we go. And then I looked, and there before me was the Lamb, standing on Mount Zion, and with him was 144,000. That was the 12,000 from each of the tribes, who had his name and his father's name written on their foreheads. And I heard a sound from heaven like the roar of rushing waters and like a loud peal of thunder. A sound I heard was like that of a harpist playing their harp. And they sang a new song before the throne and before four living creatures and the elders. No one can learn the song except for the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth. These are those who did not defile themselves with women, or for they remained virgins. They followed the Lamb wherever he goes. They were purchased from among mankind they were purchased from among mankind and offered as first fruits to God and the Lamb. And that's interesting. Didn't say anywhere about women. It just says men that it just says didn't defile themselves with women. Interesting. Now, no lies were found in their mouths. They were blameless. So these were 144,000 supposedly righteous men. Then I saw another angel flying in midair, and he had an eternal gospel to proclaim to those who live on the earth, to every nation, tribe, language, and people. He said in a loud voice, "Fear God and give him glory, because the hour of his judgment has come. Worship him who made the heavens, the earth, the sea, and the spring of water." On the A second angel followed and said, "Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great, which made all the nations drink the maddening wine of her adulteries." Interesting. A third angel followed with them and said in a loud voice, "If anyone worships the beast and its image and receives its mark on the forehead or on their hand, they too will drink from the wine of God's fury, which has been poured full strength into a cup of his wrath. They will be tormented with burning sulfur in the presence of the holy angel and of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torment will rise forever and ever. There will be no rest day or night those who worship the beast and his image, or if anyone who receives the mark in his name." This calls for a patient endurance on the part of the people of God who kept his command and remained faithful to Jesus. So that's going to be pretty tough for them 7 years when, you're going to have to pretty much fight to not get your head lopped off. And if my suggestion is, if you get caught, I'd rather have my head lopped off than accept the mark. Um, Here we go. Continue on with line 13 there. Then I heard a voice from heaven say, "Write this: Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord for now on. Yes, say the Spirit, the rest for their labor, and the deeds will follow them." I looked, and there before me was a white cloud, and seated on the cloud was like a son of man with a crown of gold on his head and a sharp sickle in his hand. Then another angel came out um, of the temple and called in a loud voice to him who was sitting on the cloud, "Take your sickle and reap, because the time to reap has come, for the harvest of the earth is ripe." So he who was seated on the cloud swung a sickle over the earth, and the earth was harvested. So I'm assuming that what that is killing everybody. Another angel came out of the temple in heavens, and he too had a sharp sickle. Still another angel who had who had charge of the fire, came from the altar and called in a loud voice to him who had the sharp sickle, "Take your sharp sickle and gather the cluster of grapes from the earth's vine, because the grapes are ripe." The angel swung his sickle on the earth, gathered the grapes, and threw them into a great winespread of God's wrath. They were trampled. They were trampled in a winespread outside of the city. The blood flowed from the press, rising as high as the horse's bridle for the distance of about 1,600 stadia. I don't know what that is in um, normal measurements, but let's just say 1,600 stadiums is what it seems like it'd be. All right. Well, there you go. Revelations 14, a lot of death, a lot of blood, a lot of gore. We're going to do 15 tomorrow. So, Jesus loves you. Have a great day. Bye.